Hi everyone, I'm Jaymie. I'm the soulful intuitive coach and healer that provokes you to shift your life in a loving and stimulating way. And I'm here to remind all of us today that we are shapeshifters of our reality. And so one of the things that I really want to talk about is the perception of time. Because this is where a lot of people get tripped up. You know, there's this popular common belief or theme that there's not enough time to do the things that we want to do, and that's just not true. Time can actually be manipulated. It can be bent and expanded and shortened. I mean, even Einstein talks about how time and perception, all of this stuff, it's not linear. It's actually fluid. And it's something that we've seen other people demonstrate, and we may have actually experienced it ourselves without being aware of it. You know, there are people who have less time that get more stuff done. And we've all done that, where, you know, something that might take us hours, we somehow manage to get done in less than an hour. You know, it's all about how much energy and momentum and focus that we put on things and the reality that we create around us. And so what I noticed is with a lot of my clients, when they say that they don't have enough time, they have a whole belief system that supports that thought, right? And it's not that they're against changing their perspective, but in a way they're untrained to recognize that their beliefs are actually holding them back to it in a way, because it's such a natural thought to them that they don't question it. And I think that that's something that happens with a lot of us, is we just assume that whatever we believe is true, and that's just not the case, right? And on a fundamental level, I think we know that. So a really great way to train your mind, there's something that I've started recommending to my clients that has just been working so amazingly well, is this is the one method that you can use to rapidly shift your perception of time, and it only takes 5 minutes each day. And this is great for anyone who really believes that there's not enough time in the day. Set your alarm every day at in the nighttime, maybe 10 p.m. or whatever feels aligned to you, right? Where most of your day has already occurred. And at that moment, I want you to ask yourselves 3 questions, all right? The first question is, what do I believe happened today? And then the next question is this true? And then the third question is, how is this happening for me? Now, these questions are really important. Again, it is, what do I believe happened today? Is this true? How is this happening for me? Now, this is really important because I've seen so many clients time and time again tell me that they didn't get a lot done. After telling me 7 things that they got done, and then genuinely supporting and encouraging someone else for getting 3 things done. And it's well, wait a minute. Why do you think that this other person got so much more done when you got twice as much done? You know, so it's just this belief, in their mind, it's if you think I don't have enough time, then you're going to think of all the other things that you wanted to do that you couldn't do. But really, your expectations are what's flawed, and not so much that there's not enough time. You know, and we tend to be harder on ourselves than on other people, and that doesn't serve us. So I want you to ask yourself, what do I believe happened today? That way you're not quick to discredit yourself, but you're open to the possibility that you may need to reevaluate your belief system. All right? And it really opens you up to possibilities. That's why I really like that question being worded in that way. And then once you say that, you ask yourself, is it true? Because you may think, okay, what do I believe happened today? Well, I got these 4 errands done, and I didn't get enough done. Is it true? Well, actually, not really, because as a result of all these 4 different things that got done, there's 12 other things that were taken care of, and 3 other things were delegated, and I helped someone else with this other thing, and it opened up an opportunity for something else. But you have to start seeing things through the lens of possibility, openness, and expansion, right? So that's why the second question is so powerful. And then the third question is to ask yourself, how is this happening for me? And this is great because it reinforces the beliefs that you're really starting to recognize, which is probably that you get a lot more done than you give yourself credit for. Because there's this correlation that people who think that they don't have enough time, they don't get a lot of things done, are the ones that are really hard on themselves and they try to work really hard constantly. They don't know how to just sit on your ass and do nothing. So you actually do things. You just aren't satisfied with the amount of work that you do, and that's a perception that can be shifted. That is not the same as you didn't do anything. That's just like an extreme disillusioned perception that you have, and it's really important to release that, right? And so that, it's important to do more than just say, hey, like, this happened. You really want to let that sink in and marinate on a deeper level. So that's what's so great about the third question. How is this happening for me? And then it's also a great, for lack of a better word, loophole, because sometimes we don't get everything that we want to get done. Because maybe on that day, you're not supposed to get everything done. And if you have this rigid idea that I'm not a productive person, I'm not a good person, or, I didn't get things done and this is bad, or whatever your belief system is, it's going to start to eat away at you. But when you shift your perspective from that to how is this happening for me, and you again see things through the lens of possibility, openness, and expansion, you start to experience this huge shift and you recognize, you know what, like, this is great. My, alarm didn't go off and I was late to work, but I avoided a freeway accident that I could have been a part of, which later on I found out about on the news, or whatever that situation is. Because when you start asking these powerful questions, your mind is going to start searching for the answers. So you are literally creating this empowering space for you to perceive time in, which is just such a freeing, beautiful, beautiful experience. So if you are someone who struggles with time, I really encourage you to take the time to ask yourself these questions, set your alarm, and ask yourself this for 5 minutes every day. It's really, when you think about it like that, I don't care how busy you are and you think like, I don't have time, that's 35 minutes that I'm asking you to observe your time a week. That's a very reasonable amount of time. And practice it and then comment and let me know how it's shifted your life. All right? Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Bye.